y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be my May TBR or possibility reads. It's a little late, but still thought I'd do it. I scrubbed my hands, but my nails still look dirty because spring, summertime, outside all the time, doing yard work. First, I'll start with what I'm currently reading. First is Plum and Woo, The Puzzling Pearls by Siberry. And I read this synopsis in another video recently, so I'm not going to read it again. Illustrator is Danu O'Malley. I'm on page 71. Enjoying it so far. It's a little more on the silly side or younger side, which is fine. Just, so yeah, reading that. And then on my spooky books I'm reading Monstruos, Felice and the Wailing Woman. Page 134, really enjoying it. The illustrator is Pablo Leon. When Felice learns that she's the daughter of La Llorona, she catches a ride to the magical town of Tres Leches, where her mother is said to be haunting the river. Growing up with her Uncle Clem in Corpus Christi, Felice knew that she had been rescued from drowning. It's where her intense fear of water comes from, but she had no idea her mother remained trapped between worlds, looking for her. Guided by the magical town's eccentric mayor, Felice vows to help her mother make peace with the events that turned her into the most famous Monstruo of U.S.-Mexico border lore. Along the way, she meets the children of other Monstruos, like La Chuza and the Dancing Devil, and together they free Tres Leches from magical and metaphorical curses that have haunted the townspeople for generations. Really enjoying this. And I think there's a sequel that just came out, so I'm going to get that and go right into that. Speaking of sequels, I'm reading the second in the Kelcie Murphy series, Kelcie Murphy and the Hunt for the Heart of Danu by Erika Lewis. I don't ever want to put this down. I'm reading it like that. It's just so good. It's so good. Its writing is superb. The jacket art is Yuda Anato. And it's the second, so I won't read the synopsis, but I'm on page 178. Loving this. And then for books that were sent to me that I'm reading, The Songbird and the Rambutan Tree by Lucille and Abendanon. The beautiful covers by Millie Lou. And I think I read this synopsis recently, so I won't read it again. On page 176. Loving the writing, loving the story. Just such an important story, and a story about part of World War II that I didn't know anything about. So I always love learning something new about history that isn't talked about enough. And then I haven't started this one yet, but it's the next one I'm picking up because I just finished another one. So, The Myth of Monsters, Medusa by Katherine Marsh. I read the synopsis recently, so I won't read it again. Jacket art is Kirby Fagan. And HarperCollins has sent me this. Thank you so much. And Jellyfish Press has sent me this one. That's it for the books that I'm reading. As far as the next sequels that I would like to get to, this is the fourth in the Butterfly Club series, The Trip to the Moon by M.A. Bennett. Illustrators David Dean. These are like mystery, detective, historical fiction type. They're my favorite kind, and I just love them. I love the first three so much, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And then the fifth in the Sinister Summer series, Haunted Holiday by Kiersten White. And the illustrators Hannah Peck, I think. Yep. And this has become an all-time favorite series. I don't know if this will be the last or there'll be more. I hope it just keeps going. But I love them so much. And then another all-time favorite series, and also the fifth in the series, Myrtle Hardcastle mystery series. This is Myrtle Means an Opportunity by Elizabeth C. Bunce. And it's Brett Helquist. Yep, it's the illustrator. One of my favorite illustrators also. And historical fiction, detective, Victorian style. I just love these so much. Just so many things about this series. And then my next of my spooky reads that I want to read that I bought myself, The Lock Eater by Zack, Lauren, Clark. This cover is just, illustrator is Fiona Saya. Her last name is spelled H-S-I-E-H. Melanie Gate is a foundling with a peculiar talent for opening the unopenable. Any lock releases at the touch of her hand. One night, her orphanage is visited by a traveler, a Gearling automaton, there on behalf of his magical mistress, who needs an apprentice pronto. When Melanie is selected because of her gift, her life changes in a flash. and in more ways than she knows, because Traveler is not at all what he seems, but then neither is Melody and Gate. So begins an epic adventure sparkling with magic, secret identities, stinky cats, fierce orphan girls, imposter boys, and a foundling and Gearling hotly pursued by the most powerful and dangerous wizard in the land. So excited. And for the next books that were sent to me that I want to read, South of Somewhere by Kalena Miller. And this is out now. It says April. Thank you, Albert Whitman and Co. I think a publicist or marketing company had reached out for this. And jacket art is by Alessandra Salos. What did Mom do? Andre whispers so quietly I can barely hear him. I'm about to dial again when a flash of yellow in the rearview mirror catches my attention. I crane my neck to see a taxi pull onto Astor Street. It skids to a stop, nearly crashing into a pair of kids on bicycles before making a frantic U-turn and speeding away. I feel Andre's hand twitch. Camille stops crying long enough to gasp. I put down the phone. We all saw her. None of us says a thing. And that's all it says on the back, so intrigued. And Wonderkind PR had reached out on behalf of Amulet Books, an imprint of Abrams. Sent me Keeping Pace by Laurie Morrison. Says April as well, so already out. Cover illustration by Etta Cobbin. Grace has been working for years to beat her former friend Jonah Perkins' GPA so she can be named top scholar of the 8th grade. But when Jonah beats her for the title, it feels like none of Grace's academic accomplishments have really mattered. They weren't enough to win or to impress her dad. And then the wide, empty summer looms. With nothing planned and no more goals or checklists, she doesn't know what she's supposed to be working toward. Eager for something to occupy her days, Grace signs up for a half-marathon race that she and Jonah used to talk about running together. Jonah's running it too. Maybe if she can beat Jonah on race days, she'll feel okay again. But as she begins to train with Jonah and checking off a new list of summer goals, she starts to question what and who really matters to her. Is winning at all costs really worth it? And then Random House Kids. Random House has sent me an arc of Tidemagic, the Many Faces of Ista Flit by Clara Harlow, illustrated by Carla James Mountford. And they actually just sent me a finished hardcover, so thank you so much. It says May, so if this isn't already out, I'll edit it in here. This comes out May 14th. Misty Showitch, magic ebbs and flows with the tides, granting the citizens extraordinary abilities every time the river rises. But people are disappearing, and rumor has it they are being snatched by monsters. Ista Flit doesn't want to believe it, not when her own father is missing. As she scours the city searching for clues, notorious thief Alexa Rokas finds her. Ista has a rare talent. She's a face changer, able to make the appearance of anyone she's seen, and Alexa could use a girl with her skill. Ista could use Alexa's help in her search, but can she trust him? As more people vanish, Ista finds unexpected allies in Nat and Ruby, each searching for their own lost loved ones. This determined trio will need all the tide magic they can summon to find out what connects thieves, monsters, and the missing, but they have no idea what dangers await them in the hidden labyrinth of caverns deep below the city streets. And then the Magic Paintbrush by Kat Zhang with Eric Darnell, art by Phoebe Zong. This also says May, so if it isn't already out, I'll edit it in. This comes out May 21st. And it's illustrated throughout. It says art not final though, so on the artwork, so I won't show that just in case. What if Art Lake came alive with one stroke of a paintbrush? Luna, living, breathing Luna, leapt out of the sketchbook and crouched at the foot of the bed. Amy's drawing of her beloved imaginary friend had come to life. In this highly illustrated adventure, Amy unwillingly unleashes the power to make her art real and sometimes dangerous. Kat Zhang, the author of Amy Wu Picture Book series, based the Magic Paintbrush on a world created by Eric Darnell, the chief creative officer of Baobab Studios and the director of all 4 Madagascar movies. That's all it says, but that's awesome. Oh, and Salman Shinani, the author of the School for Good and Evil series, my favorite series, blurbed this. Gorgeous and gripping, the Magic Paintbrush swoops readers off on a rip-roaring fantasy adventure that unfurls like a magnificent scroll. And then lastly for this video, The Wonderful Wishes of Bee by Katherine Nolte. And Random House Kids had also sent me this. And Random House Kids had also sent me this. And this says this comes out in June. This comes out on June 4th. And the illustrator says TK, but pretty sure it's Jen Bricking. If I'm wrong, I'll edit it in here. So beautiful. Beatrice Cornwell has 1 crooked haircut, 8 trained cats, and 5 big wishes. She wishes that 1, Grandma Glad hadn't died. 2, Diane, her best and only friend, hadn't moved to Florida. 3, her mom actually knew how to cut hair. 4, her dad would visit. And 5, she had a baby sister. Bee's world has been filled with a lot her loss lately. So while she waits for her wishes to come true, she decides to turn herself into a Tin Man. After all, 10 hearts can't feel pain. That is until Caleb, her irksome classmate, mentions that he knows a real-life witch. Could Caleb be telling her the truth? Will believing in magic melt Bee's metal heart? Or will this be one more wish left unanswered? And that's it for this video. Have you seen any of these before? Are you excited about them? Have you read any already? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.